Hi, and welcome to English-Fabule. Are you learning English? Great. Let's learn English with a very interesting story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get started.
There is important news from the United States. The current president of the U.S. is Donald Trump, and it is real. People are talking about a big decision. President Trump is thinking about using a very large bomb. This bomb is the biggest bomb America has that is not a nuclear bomb. Reports say he might use it to attack places in Iran. These places are deep underground and are used for nuclear work. If America uses this bomb, it could mean America joins the war. There is already a war happening between Israel and Iran. Using the bomb would make America a direct part of this fight. President Trump has different messages. Sometimes he says America must be strong and act. He talks about stopping Iran from getting nuclear weapons. But he also talks about wanting peace. He says he wants to talk with Iran and make a deal. People who work for President Trump have different ideas too. Some think using the bomb is necessary. Others worry about a big war starting. This makes the decision for President Trump very hard. It is a serious time. The choice he makes will be very important for America and the world. Many people are waiting to see what will happen. This situation is serious and has many dangers. 2. Old problems, new fights. America and Iran have had problems for many years. It started in 1979. Before 2015, they did not agree about Iran's nuclear program. Iran said it was for power, but America worried about bombs. So they made a deal in 2015. This deal, called the JCPOA, put clear rules on Iran's nuclear work. Countries like the United Kingdom, France, Germany, China, and Russia were also in the deal. An international group watched Iran. But President Trump did not like the deal. In 2018, he took America out of it. America put many strong rules on Iran again. This was called maximum pressure. After this, Iran started more nuclear work. From 2019 and 2020, Iran made more nuclear material. They made it to higher levels. Experts worry Iran could make a bomb faster now. But there is no clear proof Iran has a bomb program today. After President Trump, the next president tried to return to the deal. Talks happened in 2021 and 2022, but they stopped. Iran wanted more rules lifted than America would agree to. The talks did not restart. Iran kept working on its program and built faster machines. America and Iran did not trust each other. Iran said its work is for peace. America and friends worried Iran might want a weapon. Then, in June 2025, a new fight began. Israel and Iran attacked each other. Israel attacked first, saying Iran was close to making a nuclear weapon. Iran then sent missiles and drones to Israel. News said Iran might have hit American soldiers too. America moved its military closer to the Middle East. The fight quickly became a small war between Israel and Iran. It could grow much bigger quickly. America is watching this war closely. President Trump came back to America to talk about what to do. America has not attacked Iran directly yet. Reports said America told Israel it would not join the first attacks. President Trump has said he wants peace talks, but he also said Iran must stop wanting nuclear weapons. Now America must decide. Will it join the fight and attack Iran, or will it try only to talk? This is a big choice. The world waits to see what America does next in this old problem that has become a new fight. 3. The secret mountain base. Fordo is a very important place in Iran. It is used for nuclear work. This means Iran does things there that could help them make nuclear material. This place is built in a very special way to keep it safe from attacks. It is located deep inside a big mountain near the city of Qom. Building it so far underground makes it much harder for other countries to hit it with bombs. The mountain and layers of concrete protect the inside parts of the facility very well. Fordo started as a place to test machines for making nuclear material. But since 2013, Iran has used it to make more nuclear material. Inside Fordo, Iran has machines called centrifuges. These machines can make nuclear material faster than at other places. Experts think that if Iran uses this facility fully, they could get enough nuclear material for a bomb more quickly. This possibility makes Fordo a place of big concern for other nations, including Israel. Israel sees Fordo as a main target. They want to stop Iran from getting closer to having nuclear material for a weapon. For Israel, destroying Fordo is very important for their safety. However, attacking a place built so deep inside a mountain is extremely difficult. The source text explains just how protected Fordo is. It is built many meters down, around 80 meters underground, under thick rock and strong concrete. This protection makes it very difficult for most bombs to reach it. Israel's military has good planes and bombs, but they do not have the right type of bomb or plane to attack Fordo successfully. Their normal bombs cannot go deep enough through the rock and protection to destroy the important machines inside. Israel also does not have the special planes needed to carry the biggest bombs that can reach deep targets like this one. Because Israel cannot reach Fordo alone, they are asking the United States for help. The source text mentions that only America has the special military tools needed for a target like Fordo. America has a special large bomb, sometimes called a bunker buster, that is designed to go deep underground. This bomb is the Massive Ordnance Penetrator, or MOP. It is the biggest normal bomb America has. Only specific American planes called B-2 bombers are able to carry and drop this very heavy bomb. Israel believes that only America using this special plane and bomb can possibly destroy the Fordo facility. This is why the decision about attacking Fordo is so critical now, and why America's help is needed if Israel wants to destroy this deeply buried place. 4. America's giant bomb. America has a very big bomb. It is called the MOP, meaning Massive Ordnance Penetrator. It is the largest bomb America has that is not nuclear. It weighs about 30,000 pounds. This is like the weight of 2 elephants. The MOP is made to go deep underground and break very strong buildings hidden there. It is a precision-guided bomb. Many countries hide important places, like nuclear sites, deep under thick rock or concrete. This makes them very hard to attack with normal bombs. The MOP is different. It has a very strong case. It can go through thick rock and concrete before it explodes deep underground. This helps to destroy the hidden buildings. The MOP is much bigger and stronger than most other bombs. It is built especially to go into the ground and explode there. However, even the MOP has limits on how deep it can go. The Fordo place in Iran is very deep under a mountain, about 295 feet deep. The MOP is designed to go about 200 feet underground. This means Fordo is nearly 100 feet deeper than the MOP can easily reach. One MOP bomb might not go deep enough to completely destroy Fordo's deepest parts. It could cause damage, but maybe not break the main equipment. To really destroy Fordo, America might need to use more than one MOP bomb. Military tests suggest that one B-2 bomber might need to drop multiple bombs in the same place. This would be a very difficult military job. Only special planes can carry the MOP bomb over long distances and be hard to see. These are B-2 Spirit bombers. They are stealth planes. Only America has these planes that can fly far and carry the MOP. No other country, not even Israel, has them. So if America decides to attack Fordo, it would likely send B-2 planes carrying the MOP. This shows how unique this big bomb is for attacking very deep targets like Fordo. It is America's special tool for fighting hidden underground sites. 5. The President's Hard Choice. President Trump faced a very hard choice. He spent a lot of time thinking about using the big MOP bomb. This bomb was special because it could go very deep into the ground. It was possibly the only thing that could hit the protected Fordo nuclear place inside a mountain in Iran. His team of helpers in the government had different opinions. Some powerful voices, like Senator Lindsey Graham, strongly pushed for military action. They told the president that America must stop Iran from getting a nuclear weapon, no matter what. They wanted the big bomb used right away. Senator Graham even said Congress should give money for whatever bombs were needed, and that U.S. planes should help Israel attack. These people thought being tough was the only way. But other people disagreed strongly. Many people who supported Trump's idea of America first were against sending American soldiers or planes to fight another war in the Middle East. Steve Bannon, a former advisor, warned that joining the fight would tear the country apart back home. A lot of Trump's supporters felt the same. They did not want America to get stuck in a long, costly war again. President Trump himself gave different messages to the public. Sometimes he sounded very tough and ready to attack Iran. He tweeted that he might order a strike. He used strong words about Iran not having a nuclear weapon. But other times he sounded like he wanted peace. He said he hoped for a deal with Iran. He said Iran seemed ready to talk. His special helper was even talking to Iran's main negotiator in secret. Trump said America was working towards a diplomatic resolution. He kept saying he wanted to talk, even as he talked about possible attacks. Inside the White House, Trump met with his top national security team. They gathered in a special room to look closely at the choices. Should America use the big bomb and attack? Or should they focus all their energy on trying to make a deal with Iran at the last moment? His helpers told him the situation was urgent. They said the clock is really ticking, and he needed to decide soon. President Trump had doubts. He asked his helpers if using the mop bomb would really work perfectly to destroy the Fordo facility deep under the mountain. He was not convinced it would finish Iran's nuclear program completely. He worried greatly about what would happen if America attacked. It could easily start a much bigger war. He felt a lot of pressure from Israel, who wanted America's help because they couldn't hit Fordo alone. He felt pressure from people wanting action and people wanting peace. He said he had not made his final decision yet. He told people that America had the power to use the big bomb, but this did not mean he would order it. He wanted America to be ready to strike if needed, but maybe they could find another way. He said he liked to wait to make the big decision at the very last second. President Trump was truly caught between two hard paths: using great military force or trying diplomacy one last time. This was a very important and difficult moment for him and his country. 6. People at home speak up. Back in America, people had many different ideas about the situation with Iran. Should the United States get ready to fight? Should it stay away? Some people who support President Trump said, "America first." This means they think America should take care of its own country and not get into wars far away. They remembered past wars in the Middle East, like in Iraq and Afghanistan. Those wars were long and cost a lot of money and lives. People like Steve Bannon, who worked for President Trump before, warned about going into another war. He said joining the fight against Iran could make the country angry and divided. But other people in America thought the country must be strong. They said Iran should not be allowed to have nuclear weapons. Some politicians in Washington, D.C. agreed. Senator Lindsey Graham, a well-known politician, said President Trump should use any bombs needed if talking does not work. He even said America should help Israel if needed. So even among people who like President Trump, there were different ideas. Some of his biggest supporters were not happy about the idea of a new war. They felt America should not get involved in fights between other countries. Politicians in Washington, D.C., in the government, also did not agree. Many people from the other big political group, the Democrats, were careful. They thought about the lessons from past wars. They said starting another big fight would be very risky and expensive for America. Many Americans were worried about the idea of a new, long war. Early talks with people showed that many felt tired of wars. They thought America should not get involved in the fighting between Israel and Iran. Newspapers and others who write about the news asked President Trump to keep talking things out. They said it was important to find a peaceful way. Members of the U.S. government also reminded the president about laws. These laws say the president must talk to the government group called Congress before starting a war. Some said using a very big bomb, like the mop, should need Congress to say yes. The feeling in Washington, D.C. was tense. People waited to see what President Trump would decide. His choice would show if he would listen to those who want action or those who warn against war. It would show if he would keep his promise to put America first by avoiding wars. 7. The world is watching. Many countries around the world watched the situation closely. They were very worried about the fighting between Israel and Iran. They also worried about what the United States might decide to do. Leaders in Europe spoke loudly for peace. Countries like France, Germany, and the United Kingdom asked everyone to show control. They said starting a bigger war was a bad idea. Leaders from Europe met with Iran's chief talker to try and find a way to stop the problem peacefully. They told both Israel and America that they should not make the war wider. The leaders of France and the UK publicly asked for the fighting to stop right away. The head of Germany said that using big bombs was hard to imagine. The group of countries called NATO also asked all sides to calm down. In the Middle East, many countries are friends with the United States, but they were also very nervous. Countries like Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates were afraid of a big war in their area. They worried it could make the whole region very unsafe. They also worried about the oil supply, which is important for the world. Countries next to Iran, like Turkey and Pakistan, said strongly that talking was the only way forward. Big countries like Russia and China gave warnings too. They said if America attacked Iran, it would not be right. They said it could cause a big problem for the whole area, a catastrophe. Iran's own leaders also gave strong warnings to America. They said Iran would not lose. They warned the United States that if it attacked, there would be a lot of damage for America. A person speaking for Iran's military said there would be a very, very big fight if America joined the war. At the United Nations, countries had a special meeting to talk about the danger. Iran said the UN should say Israel was wrong. Iran also warned that if the U.S. attacked, America would be the main problem starter. The person speaking for the United States at the UN said Iran needed to make peace, and they did not have much time left. The international group that checks nuclear sites, the IAEA, said it would send its people to look at sites in Iran quickly. Sometimes, American military planes helped Israeli planes in the air. American soldiers who were in countries near Iran were told to be very careful and ready. People also watched groups like Hezbollah in Lebanon and others. These groups might start fighting in other places if the war got bigger. All over the world, leaders and people were watching. Countries that are friends with America worked hard to stop a big war from happening. Diplomats tried every way to keep Iran talking. But Israel and Iran were already fighting. Iran's leaders said they would not back down. The next few days were very important. They would show if peace talks could work or if America would decide to fight directly. The whole world was watching to see what would happen next. 8. What happens now? The question now for everyone is, what happens next? People want to know if the plan for America to use its biggest mop bomb on Iran is truly going to happen. Journalists are working hard to find the truth about this situation. Right now, nobody knows for sure what President Donald Trump will decide to do. This is a very serious and real moment. There are two main things that could happen in the near future. One possibility is that America decides to attack Iran. If President Trump gives the order to use the large bunker buster bomb, like on the Fordo nuclear site and maybe other places, the fighting that is already happening could become much bigger. Iran has made it clear that it would fight back strongly against any American attack. This could mean Iran sending missiles and drones to attack Israel. It could also mean attacks on American soldiers and military bases in the Middle East. Groups in other countries that support Iran sometimes called proxies, might also start attacks against America or its allies. This could easily lead to a much longer and more difficult war across the Middle East. It could involve many countries and last for months. A war like this could also cause problems for the world's economy, for example, by making the price of oil very high. The second possibility is that America chooses not to attack. If President Trump decides not to use the big bomb, the serious problems between America and Iran will still be there. The disagreements about Iran having nuclear materials will not disappear. Israel might continue its own military actions against Iran. Iran might still try to attack American forces or countries friendly to America in the area, maybe in secret ways. Also, important people in America, like members of Congress, might say that the president needs their agreement before starting such a large military action. Some people think that President Trump might not really plan to use the bomb right now. They believe he could be talking about using the big bomb just to make Iran feel pressure and scared. This might be a way to try and force Iran to come back and agree to a new deal or compromise. It could be a type of diplomacy where the threat of force is used to help reach an agreement. This is a very important decision for President Donald Trump. What he decides will have very big effects for the world and for the future relationship between America and Iran. If America uses the mop bomb, it means the United States becomes a direct participant in a war with Iran. Even the talk about using such a powerful bomb has already changed how countries act and think. This situation might push Iran back to the negotiating table, but at the worst, it could cause a much wider and dangerous war in the region. For people in America and around the world, this time is confusing and worrying. It is unusual to hear about a U.S. president thinking about using one of the biggest non-nuclear bombs. People are reading and trying to understand what the mop bomb is and why Fordo is so important. Experts often say that people should try to stay calm during these times. If President Trump makes a final decision to use military force, he is likely to inform important leaders in the American government first. If he chooses the path of diplomacy, the situation will still be tense and pressure on Iran will remain high. The next actions taken will greatly change the balance of power in the Middle East and the future of America's place there. What do you think will happen next in this situation?
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.